My name is Lana Dubinskiy. You already heard about my day job. I'm also a founder for Women and AI. It's an organization. There were questions, how can I support founders that are not white male? No offense to the three of you. We love you. We just love others. And the way we try to solve that problem with Women in AI is really highlighting and uplifting founders who are women and non-binary. We make sure we put them up on our platform, whether it's on social media. When we have events, we recently had presentations where founders, presented their product. That would be a good answer for the question you had earlier. I also consult and do a lot of work with AI, whether it's government or private sector. And for me, nonprofits have a really special meaning. I had an experience where one of the companies I consulted with was an AI company. This is what it takes to make to make a nonprofit. This is the list to start and run a nonprofit company. This is not even the product. You don't need to read it, it's extensive. I asked ChatGPT and it gave me this list for full transparency. You too can ask it. And it's hard. And when we did a nonprofit work a year and a half ago, all of this had to be done by hand. But when we got to the point of what are we actually going to do to solve some of the larger problems, this was a mental health AI company. And the reason it became AI is because the want was for a company to start working and support people with mental health. That you can make a comment, it's a social site, and people would support you and talk about their own mental health. As you can imagine, not everyone has positive outcomes. And for a nonprofit, it was impossible to hire thousands of people, whether it's here or overseas, to monitor, to also respond, to validate, to really make sure your experience was positive. This was over a year ago. ChatGPT was not in the news yet. And when we looked through different scenarios, I did a comparison analysis of what would be the cheaper solution. We came across what was, at that point, technically the first version of ChatGPT. And what came out happening was this nonprofit was able to, without hiring any additional people, use AI to scan every single post, every response, help comment, help respond, and make it really valuable and visible. That's just for the piece where they're building their product. Now, over a year later, most of the items on this list for nonprofits can technically be solved with AI. It can help everything from your statement to what you want to do, to marketing, to finding people who you want to advertise to finding funds and finding investors. So AI for nonprofit companies has made a huge impact in the field. And it's in two ways. One is with all the tools and overcoming resource constraints. And the other is giving it resources. Although, yes, I agree with what you said earlier. The resources are very short, but you could use existing tools to build out the product. What this has then done now is really lower the barrier to entry by overcoming source constraints. So more people with amazing ideas who want to help in their industry, who want to help, whether it's minorities or different groups, they're able to get into the nonprofit space. This really opens up opportunities for underrepresented and diverse founders. And this is why we so strongly elevate women founders and others, and that really reaches more marginalized communities. So AI, from the way I've seen it, has made such a positive impact. It'll continue growing the positive impact as we go. But what it's done so far and where it's continuing to go has been really amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. In terms of leveling the field, there is definitely more stuff that even I can do by running a nonprofit that was impossible to do before.
Yeah, even a year ago.
Yeah, impressive. Thank you.